How's everyone doing here today? Thank you for watching. And recently, as sure as you heard, Donald Trump bought his infamous Truth Social to the stock market. You know, he launched an initial public offering, and at one point it shot up a lot. I don't remember the exact dollar amount. I haven't really been monitoring it that closely because to me it's all a sham. And now, well, no big surprise, it's been plummeting a little at a time to the point where it's probably even worthless. I don't know. Years ago, I worked for this .com company, back when .coms were still pretty much, successful. And I kid you not, the boss there, who was he was a crooked salesman type, and he said to me, like, they intend to bring the company public, and one of the incentives is that we can include you in on some stock options as an employee. Now, I was like, okay. Keep in mind, I was in my early 20s. I was unemployed previously for a certain amount of time, and I didn't have a whole lot of experience. So you might ask, why would you take on a job like that? Well, because I needed the experience and to learn a few things. No big surprise, the company never went public, and when I used to hear the boss try and make certain sales calls, he used to pitch like certain retail sites that he was promoting, like to vendors, like, we're gonna make billions. I kid you not, he used the word billions. And I just kind of raised an eyebrow, but I just said, you know what, he's the boss, just go along with it. And no big surprise, the company itself didn't last that long, and that was the end of it. Now, here we are years later, you have this Truth Social. I mean, let's put Donald Trump's name aside. Let's say for 1 minute let's say it wasn't him. Let's say it was just some Joe Schmo with a new type of Twitter-like platform that he was competing with. Hasn't been around that long, doesn't have a whole lot of revenue, and I don't remember what it is exactly, but in order to get listed, like on the NASDAQ, there are certain criteria you have to fulfill. There's certain prerequisites you have to meet, which I seriously doubt if Truth Social met it, but there's not a lot of revenue. So can you honestly say, with all the other grifts, again, trying to keep the name out of it, but everything else, you kind of looked at this and thought, yeah, I can make a lot of money off of this, stock coming out. Sorry, I had a little itch on my hand, but all I can say is, I don't know, whether it was like actual investors with a lot of money, or, just, working class people, people with regular salaries who went out and bought some of this stock. That I'm not sure of, but chances are you're losing money. And the other rule is, as far as stocks go, if its value shoots up dramatically like that, you can't really stop and think like, oh, that's natural growth or that's normal growth. Something's telling you that, like, there's something that is artificially inflating the stock, and guess what? One comes up, must come down, and if it shot up that quickly, it can crash just as fast, if not faster. So, you ever hear the term too good to be true? I'm saying this to the hopes of you that you'll stop falling for these grifts from Donald Trump. Has nothing, I know what some of you are going to say, like, oh, I have Trump derangement syndrome. No, I'm just looking at it from a normal perspective and saying, yeah, this is just yet another grift. Just like the Bibles, just like the NFTs, just like the clone, just like whatever other scam he's going to push. The fact that you guys keep buying into these things is what motivates him to keep doing it. If he keeps pushing these scams and he keeps making a lot of money, he's going to keep doing it. If you stop buying into it, and if in the end he tries some new scam, whatever it may be, and all it does is cause him to hemorrhage money, or other people's money, I should say, we know how much he loves doing that, he's eventually going to stop doing it. Okay? Now, maybe I could be wrong. Maybe this stock could make a turnaround down the road and suddenly make a profit. I seriously doubt it. Okay? There are a lot of other more viable stocks to choose from, but I'm not an expert. All I can say is, if you really want to invest in the stock market, talk to a legitimate broker who's reputable, do some research, and listen to their advice, not to that of a grifter. So, what can I say? Yet just another grift that a lot of people are going to fall for. So, if you fell for it and you lost some money, I hope your losses weren't too great. I really do. I'm being sympathetic. So, anyway, thank you for watching. I really hope you understand.